I don't really do tutorials that often, but this tutorial will show you what I think are the best settings for FRAPS in Sony Vegas, and will also show you how to drastically lower rendering time in Sony Vegas. Just click on FRAPS or Sony Vegas to start, and you will need annotations enabled. Alright, so FRAPS. If you don't know what it is, it's pretty much the best recording software for games. You should have it. What a lot of people don't know is on the general screen here, you can check Monitor Arrow Desktop, and it will let you record the desktop. Alright, so video capture settings. I recommend doing full size 30 frames per second, as it's just the best for most modern games. If you want to get 60 frames per second, you should go half size with modern games, but if you're running a game that you get a lot of FPS on already, or it's just an older game, you can easily do full size at 60 frames per second. Alright, first we are going to install a script for Sony Vegas that will pretty much reduce render time and also make gaming videos look better. It's a win-win. I highly recommend you do this. So, download the zip file in the description, open it or extract it with whatever. You'll see there's one file inside. Now, go to your Sony Vegas directory, which should be in Program Files, either one of them, depending on you got 64-bit or 32-bit. Go Sony Vegas Pro 10.0, hopefully you're running the latest version. Script menu, and just drag the file in here. Now, start up Sony Vegas. Okay, so what we're going to do with that script is, I have 3 example clips here from 3 games. One from Amnesia The Dark Descent, one from Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and one from Minecraft. It doesn't matter what they are, it's just 3 example clips. So, when you have all your clips ready, let's just say you're about to render, you run the disable resampling script, and it will lower the rendering time drastically, and it will also increase the quality of the video. It's awesome, pretty much. And remember to run it right before you render, because it only applies to disable resampling for all the videos in the timeline. If there's a video that is not loaded into the timeline yet, it will not apply, and you might forget about it, or something like that. The last thing I'm going to talk about in Sony Vegas before I move on to rendering settings is maintain aspect ratio, what it does, what it looks like, and how you can disable it. Well, if you disable it, it pretty much removes the black bars to the left and right of your video, but at the same time, it stretches out your video, so it only looks good on certain games. On other games, it's best you keep it on. Let me show you what I mean. As you can see, on a game like Minecraft, it looks better with maintain aspect ratio disabled. Now, in a game like Half-Life 2 Episode 2, it looks a bit better with maintain aspect ratio enabled than it does disabled. Keep in mind this is just my opinion, and it mostly depends on personal preference. Now you're probably wondering how to toggle maintain aspect ratio on and off. Well, all you have to do is right-click the video clip, go down to switches, and then uncheck maintain aspect ratio. It's that easy. Keep in mind, when you do it, it only does it for the clip you selected, and not all the other videos in your timeline. If you want a script that can do it for all the videos in the timeline at once, such as the disable resampling thing, but with maintain aspect ratio, in the description I have another link. Same way to install scripts as I mentioned previously. Just go to Tools, Scripting, Disable Maintain Aspect Ratio, and it's automatically disabled for every video in your timeline. Alright, now for render settings, which is pretty much the most important part. First, go to File, Properties, then on Template, go down to HDV 720-24p, select it, check Start All New Projects with these settings, hit Apply, hit OK. Okay, now for actual rendering. A lot of people say you should do it in Windows Media Video, and that's all personal preference, but I disagree. Let me show you what I mean. When it renders, it kind of goes fast and slows down, goes fast, slows down again, and it's really not that fast, which is why I prefer rendering in Sony AVC/NVC. and just go to default template, custom, high definition 720p, 23.976 IVTC film for frame rate. Bitrate, you can set that to 4 million. Encode mode, CPU only. Audio, 41,000 sample rate, bitrate, 112,000. And that's it. Just type in the name of your preset here, like my settings. Then maybe put notes in there or description. Hit OK, and it'll render pretty fast. So yeah, those are my settings, and I hope you appreciate this tutorial, and I hope it's helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.